Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. In this video, I'll be going through the further news that we have received on BBL SuperCoach this year. Given that we have more signing news, it seems like every single day we get some more signing news, and I mean, this one's probably not as actually relevant now that I'm reading into it. I thought it was going to be the big game-breaking one, but it actually sounds like it's not so much, given that I believe Khan's only going to be here for 2 games. I thought if he was here for the whole tournament, this is the type of player that sort of not wins it, but he can be the game-breaking one. But it doesn't look like he will be, given that it looks like he's only going to be here for 2 games to cover the likes of Jacob Bethel. But in a way, you could almost think of it like those 2 are the game-breaking ones. We just need to get our hands on them on the right time. But anyway, I thought I'd go through that, as well as we already know this little news, but I sort of inputted him into the starting lineup, and then also more news around the chaos that is, I guess, everything with the injury news. I know that I did a team update video, and it's already changed because news came out about Hardy, etc., and everything around that surrounding. But anyway, let's just jump into this video here and go through it. I mean, I'm pretty much doing this same video every single day almost at this point, just going through and giving you the update because more updates drop. With the Adelaide Strikers, nothing new has actually come out over the last couple of days, I don't think, other than Fabian Allen just having an absolute horrid time. And I'm pretty sure, did they announce their T20 squad? West Indies, did they announce West Indies cricket? I'm pretty sure they announced their T20 squad, or have they not announced their T20 squad? Okay, let's go here and just see this. I don't know if they've announced their T20 squad yet for the for the T20s against the likes of the Bangladesh. But let's just go to news and let's see about ODI series. Nothing about the T20 series. Let's just check this in terms of the ODI series. Shea Hope, etc. The ODI series. There's nothing about Fabian Allen, I don't think, to be honest with you, yet. But they haven't announced their T20 squad. So that'll be a watch on him, as we expect. As you can see here, Shane Rutherford in the T20 squad, even though I don't think he has any SuperCoach relevance, but yeah, you can just see this is one of the talking points for the last week or so of BBL. Another talking point that I just remembered on the back of squads, which I'll need to go to Honeyball for this to show you guys this. Let me just get rid of all this. This is me about sort of looking at the likes of AFLW stuff. But anyway, let's go to Honeyball. It was regarding here. And you'll see if I go to here, if I pull up the right one, if I pull up the right schedule here, Pro Pakistani, here you go. You'll see this, and I was talking with some others about this. He's going to play, Isam Amir is going to play the Pakistan T20 Cup, effectively, I think it's what it is. And the last game that he can play there is on the 21st, that he is guaranteed to play. He is guaranteed to play on the 21st. We know he has a non-objection certificate that doesn't allow him to play before the 26th, before Boxing Day. But also, we know that through this, that he is going to play, that he will be released on they play on Christmas at 3:30 p.m, which is a little bit weird, but we know that. Not named in the Pakistan series, but we know that he's not. That the last game potentially, if his team qualifies for the final, the last game potentially is on the 25th of December at 3:30 p.m, which I believe is about 9:30 p.m. Australian time. So that'll go through till 12:30 p.m, which to 12:30 a.m. on Boxing Day. So the start of Boxing Day. So he's not going to be there for Boxing Day, if that is the case. If I go to BBL SuperCoach now, and I show you the rounds, the fixtures for that, as you see there, a slight update to the team. If we go to round 3, they play 6:05 on Thursday. I think it is almost it's almost physically impossible for him to get to this game here anyway, which means that Hamish McKenzie is probably a go here, which could be really good because that'll get him 4 games in. And Hamish McKenzie, 4 games, it may mean that I have to play him off the bench, etc., or through a loop, etc., or something, or whatever. But Hamish McKenzie could be, really, really, really valuable because suddenly he might get 4 games, and suddenly, if we say that that Osama Mir doesn't fly out or something like that immediately, and doesn't fly out till Thursday the 26th or whatever, late-ish in the day or whatever, he gets in on like the 27th in Sydney, or like in Sydney or thereabouts on the on the Friday the 27th, I think around 7 p.m. or so. So he's going to be playing cricket off like one on like, he's going to have to adjust his sleep schedule and everything like that. So they could go with Hamish McKenzie to start and give him an extra day's rest because they play in round 4 on the 1st of January. So yeah, they may give him the extra day's rest. We'll just have to see about that and how he props up and what happens. But this is under the assumption that they play in the final. If they don't play in the final, then it literally doesn't matter. But yeah, there is definitely a chance that he plays there. And this is my assumptions. I haven't 100% confirmed this, but this seems to be the way that it works and the way it's sort of looking at. So yeah, if they make the final, he's not going to be playing this game. If they don't make the final, then he will be. So this is a watch just in late December or middle of December, how this sort of schedule is going for Champions T20 Cup, and how that the points table is going and how Osama Mir is going in that, because we'll see 5 teams, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, battle it out in a round robin, and basically the top 3 get a chance. So if you think about that, there's a 60% chance that he's going to be playing in one of these 2 games here on the 23rd. On the 23rd, it's hard to see him play almost on that Boxing Day anyway. So, it'll be a surprise, I think, if he plays Boxing Day. But if he makes the final, then he's a no-shot. It's physically impossible for him to almost get there. Given the flight times, etc., that it's like 13, something like a 17-hour flight. And by the time that you think about it, by the time he sets off, realistically speaking, if he set off after the game, he would get to the airport, like, he would set off at midnight Australian time, 13, 14 hours flight at least, might even be 17 hours. You're starting to get towards getting into Sydney at like 4 p.m. if you just went straight from the game to the plane. So he's not going to play that game if he gets there. But anyway, to other news, given that we've gone through that, Brisbane Heat, nothing new there, which is good, simple. Hobart Hurricanes, other than Wakir Salam, whatever this guy is, sorry, I'm going to butcher that, Wakir Salamankili, I think. He's a 23-year-old spinner from, is this the UAE that he's from? Afghanistan. I'm sorry, I messed that up. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I watched a little bit on him. I want to say for the Miami, I want to say it was in the T10, I want to say. But he might not have played there. I might be messing myself up there. But I wouldn't be surprised if it was for Deccan that I've watched a little bit of him play. And you can see his stats here probably. Would be a bowler only. I'm guessing they're going to put him at 117. Probably not going to be valuable. I don't know his full availability, but we know that that Hobart have one of the worst probable BBL schedules, given that they play the double in round 8. So if he's there in round 8, could be interesting, especially given that they'll lose. I reckon they'll lose one of these bowlers to another T20 league, which probably puts him odds on to play, given that they've got Billy Stanlake, and I don't think they'll go there. Unless they lose, well, I mean, he'd have to come in for another spinner, so I don't think they'll play 3 spinners, so yeah, we'll see about that. But yeah, he was announced, I think not officially, but announced in a way by, I think, the by Honeyball. I don't think Hobart has announced him just yet. Renegades, we talked about them with Hassan Khan. I expect them to do this for the first part, and then you'll see exactly how that lines up in the second half. But we'll do this, and then we'll go Mackenzie, Harvey, just type that out there. So I think they'll run this order, and then let me actually just quickly do this, and then I need to do this anyway. We'll do that there. I think that's the order that they'll run, to be honest with you, given what we've seen out of the Melbourne Renegades. I think this will be the order that they run. And then in round 3, in round 2, given that we sort of expect the likes of Bethel to be back for round 2, given he's currently playing test match cricket over in New Zealand. They have another test the 18th to the 22nd, I want to say, or something like that. I don't know the exact day, but they do have a third test match coming up. England versus New Zealand tests. I'll do that. When's the third test? 14th to the 18th. So he'll be back for the 14th to the 18th. So that means he will most likely be back. Bethel, he's not going to play the 19th, I don't expect. But he'll be back for round 2, which is the 23rd. So Bethel, you'd be picking up for round 4 easily there and then. He's going to be a guy that you pick up, probably given that, Melbourne have the double alongside Adelaide, and you're going to have stuck around Overton, Short, Henry Thornton, Buckingham as well. So you already have your Adelaide players. So you're just stocking up on the Melbourne Renegades players that you're probably only going to have Zampa or maybe hold around a Fergus O'Neill or something like that. If you start like a Hassan Khan, maybe you hold around a Fergus O'Neill. But having said that, so you're going to have something like that. And so you're going to want to get those 2 or 3 Renegades players in, probably all the bowlers back again, as that's usually the case. Get all the bowlers back, and he will be one of the guys that you want to grab, given that he's probably, given they have the round 3 bye, round 2 is only going to be his only game. Realistically speaking, if we go to the BBL SuperCoach and we go price calculator and we go Jacob, Bethel, I don't need to put I spelled it wrong. There we go. Bethel 117. Say he's going to have that break even. The break even is actually going to be 39. But I can calculate it off the top of my head anyway. Say he scores a. How can I do this? What's going to be in between? It would be 59. Sorry, 59. No, I just want 59. 59. He'd go up 6k. Roughly, I know that says minus 6k, but he'd go up roughly 6k. Where's that? Equals. Why are you doing this? I want 59, and I don't want it to be a price. I just format number. I just want to be just a normal number, please. Number. There you go. No, new price equals. Where is it? Magic number times start price times equals D4. Okay, I've stuffed it up slightly. Okay. I see what I've done here. Bang, bang. 1 second. Bethel. Yeah, there we go. There we go. And then this will be a 59. I inputted the wrong square. So he'd go down 4,400 for a 59, given that he would be on the if he was on the double. But given he's on the single, it would, as I move this slightly across so that guys can see all the stuff up that I was doing there, it would go up like 5k with a 59. With a 79, I'm just going to quickly change this. We'll see him on a 39, new price equals, sorry, let me just quickly do this. Score, projected, break even differential equals this. Wait, which way around was it? 1 second, equals the E4 minus F4. So we want equals this one minus this one there, yes, because it's a positive, equals this plus the break-even difference times the magic number equals 121.4 K equals this minus this, and then you'd have a 4,400 difference for that. And say we did, say he scored 79, you would see him go up 8K, and if he scored somehow like a 110 in that single game, you would see him go up 15K. So you can see how he is almost very, very attainable off like the Sixers boys, off the other guys in the round 3 double if he scores really well. And I just want to check if this is back to its normality. Yeah, it's back to its normality. So there is the Bethel sort of news with the Hassan Khan and how he's going to be sort of really, really dangerous when he comes into the side. I think he's going to be that guy that we grab up in round 4 and we almost keep until he goes away. I don't know when exactly he's going away on international, like another tournament, but we'll just have to double check with that. The Melbourne Stars, we sort of talked about it with the Sama Mir being away and how that's a watch on the likes of Hamish McKenzie. Maxwell, there were some folks like hoax about Maxwell playing club cricket or whatever. That was a lie. That was 2022 that he played and he scored 122 off 90. He hasn't played a game of cricket since, can I actually look this up? Play cricket. Let's just see if I can actually look this up or whatnot. It's going to want my cricket ID, so we will, does this work? Let's just see. Can I do this? Is this going to look up properly? Okay, this is what I sort of look at for Glenn Maxwell, and you can do this exact thing. It's Fitzroy. You'll see here, this is 14 matches played in the it was in 22-23 that he played that. You can see that, all his stats there. They haven't actually done his 23. This was, yeah, so you see that. And then this is the match that people were trying to reference here. If I go to all grades and I can go down to, where is it? I don't think is it this one here? Yeah, you can see that. Nope, that's the wrong one. Let's just see all grades. I know we made 122 off 90. Yeah, you can see Kookaburra first, the 122 off 90. There it is, as you see there. And let's just go back to, can I go out of this again? Glenn Maxwell, Victoria, I think this is his current profile that they have of him, and you can see that he hasn't played anything recently. And then the other profile, just to show you guys how I sort of look this up, but I look it up on my phone. For those people wondering, this is the other profile that you have of him, and it's a sort of demo profile. So you can sort of see that, yeah, he hasn't played anything recently, it doesn't look like. Especially in the 24-25 one, which is this one here. So he hasn't played anything for Clubland, and you can also look it up through the club as well and find that he hasn't played anything. So that's how I look up the club players and how I figured out that Kane Richardson, let me just show you exactly what I mean about Kane Richardson, if this will search up. It is the, I think is it this one here? This one here, yes. This one here for Kane Richardson. 6 matches played, 1 run, etc. 4 wickets, 26.5. And then you can go into the matches here and you'll see he has played. And we go to the bowling. This is what I look up for Kane Richardson. And you'll see 3 for 25 against Ipswich. And it was the 1 for 35 that I looked up to see that it was actually his bowling action. I was just like, that is Kane Richardson. Same name. Same bowling like action, as well as if you go back to 23-24, it shows him playing in the BBL, so there's no, by process of elimination, there should be no other Kane Richardson playing for the Renegades in the BBL last year that has the exact same action as Kane Richardson, so if you get what I mean. So yeah, that was how I figured out that Kane Richardson had actually played. So, talking about that in terms of the Melbourne Stars, Glenn Maxwell, we haven't seen a return, but we expect him back for round 1. Hamish McKenzie, you talked about Osama Mir. Per Scorchers, this is a massive, interesting news that we've heard. I suspect Aaron Hardy doesn't bowl. I suspect he's bowler only. I saw the DPP video from Insight from the Supercoach boys in Horse and Brain. That Hardy, when you have Richardson, Tide, Morris and Berendorf all there, he bowled 1 over in like 5 matches or whatever. So he just doesn't bowl and he's a bat only, which he can still smash his break even, but it's very unlikely. So there's that, and he's also got an injury as well, so he probably won't be bowling or should be on limited bowling. Sounds like Turner's going to line up for round 1, which would probably, in my opinion, mean that Sam Fanning drops out. And we also suspect that Cooper Connolly's got a 50-50 for round 1 is sort of what I've interpreted it as. 50-50 for round 1, but given they have a 6-day gap for round 2, if you look here, 21st, from the 15th to the 21st, it looks like Cooper Connolly's going to be there for round 2, but it also looks like Agar's a 50-50 chance. Now, Spores is probably the one that drops out for Cooper Connolly, Fanning the one that drops out for Ashton Turner, and Hobson bats 7, I would suspect, maybe 6 in front of Connolly, but I suspect 7. So that's how I sort of expect it to run, and I expect Hardy to be a non-bowler, given that they'd have Connolly as well as Turner there. So they'd have 6 bowling options, if not 7 with Turner, and they get through enough overs there. And also you'd have Ashton Agar a 50-50, if not better, to return for round 2 or some portion of round 2, which would mean that Nick Hobson probably drops out. And then you'd have 6 genuine bowlers or 5 genuine bowlers, an all-rounder in Cooper Connolly, and then you'd have also Turner as well. So you'd have options there, which means that Hardy doesn't need to bowl. So that's Hardy done. The Sixers, I don't think we had any update about them. Kerr's bowling, we know that because I can show you that here. This is probably, now that I know this, I'm gonna probably show you how I know that players are playing, etc. Hayden Kerr, etc. This one should be the club that we look for. Is it this one? Yes, it is. You can see 2024-25, and then his bowling as well. 2 for 2 for 1 for. So he's back bowling. He's fine. It's absolutely fine. So there you go on Hayden Kerr and etc. So their lineup's pretty straightforward, and that it would just be direct changes for the likes of Tom Murphy for Chauhan and Joel Davies for. Curtis Patterson doesn't really make an impact on anything, and I think Abbott is available for the start of the BBL. And then Sydney Thunder, the one thing we talk about is the fact that Nick Madison stuffed his finger, and I can show you the exact match that he did it in. Let me just bring it up. It was for East. This one should bring it up, I sort of expect to see. So nope, that's the wrong Nick Madison. 1 second. You're gonna actually show us this? Did it? Because I know we played. So yeah, I don't know why it's actually not showing you the exact game that it happened in, but yeah, should be this one here. Let's just see. Yeah, it was this game here that he broke his hand in here. This Eastern Suburbs game. He returned, scored 36 off the bat, which was pretty good, but yeah, just stuffed his finger. And obviously, yeah, the different name makes it a little bit harder to judge, but yeah, he bowled, I think, 3 overs in that game. Let me just bring it up, and then I'll bring up one thing with Will Salzman, and that'll be the end of the video. So you can see here, where is it here? So yeah, he batted here, 36 off 37. I think he bowled a little bit as well. 3 overs, 1 maiden, none for 12. 3 wides as well, and that not the best. As well, yeah, and he broke his hand or his finger in the field, and you can't really see it, but there you go. And then the last one I want to bring up is Will Salzman here. Here we go. This is the right one, I suspect. It's quite annoying because a lot of these guys have 2 profiles, so you might have to double check them. But you can see here, if I go to this and I go to batting PGs, he's been doing that. But if you look at the bowling, given that he played like 14 matches, you can see here, look at this. He's done something here, somewhere here. Because you can see he's bowling 22, 34, 12, 10, like in club cricket, he was bowling 20 overs a game. Like his full allotment here, I think this was a 1-dayer, I want to say. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is his full allotment in a 1-dayer. That's a full allotment in a 1-dayer. then bowling 32 in a 2-day game against Sydney Uni, where he took 7 for. As they bowled 108 overs, and he's bowled 32, so he's bowling about 30% of the overs. And then also in the Toyota, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's done an injury here. In this game here, I want to see their second innings. They batted for 33 overs, so it was reasonable for him to bowl there, it looks like. 5 overs, so he's done an injury somewhere. We don't know where he's done an injury, but it's reasonable to say that he isn't bowling when he should be bowling, given that these, I think, are 2-day games, and these are 2-day games, and he's not bowling, as you can see here. He's opening the batting though, I'm pretty sure, or batting like 3, yeah. So it's reasonable to say that he's done an injury, I think, and so that's why I don't think they'll pick him, given that he's just a batter only, and I think you'd go for Sam Constas over him as a batter only. And Shafane Rutherford is out, we suspect, early on. And Lockie Ferguson, we don't know if he gets up, but that'll be just a straight swap with Agar. And we talked about Madison's injury, so that'll be Sam Constas coming in for him, I think. And then you just slide down the order a little bit. And I think Shafane Rutherford just comes in for guilt here at the moment. So I think actually the likes of Sam Constas gets a good run, which is really good to see. But anyway, I think that was just sort of an update video for you guys. Another one alongside all the injury updates that we had over the last sort of day and a half, 2 days. Given that we got 5 or 6 different updates across it, and I think that really helps to form our sort of sides. And we got some signing news. So I don't know what the title of this video is going to be. Probably some Oprah quote or something like that. But anyway, if you did enjoy that video on YouTube, remember to like and subscribe, turn the notification bell on so you know when I upload. And if you were watching on Spotify, or listening along, I should say, on Spotify, give me a follow and a rating so that I can upload more over there as well. But I'll see you guys in the next video tomorrow, which will be probably something else on SuperCoach, probably something surrounding the Renegade situation itself, I would suspect. But anyway, I'll see you guys then. Bye, guys.